Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Vince, and in this video I'm going to walk you through how I kind of schedule my days, how I like to structure them in order to get the most out of every day for me personally. Now, I want to clarify that again, this works for me. It doesn't mean that, this is the best way to go about it for everyone. And also this doesn't mean that things don't change for me over time, right? Like I always change my schedule based on what kind of season I'm in my personal life, right? Sometimes I'm in more of a season of growth in business and I really focus on it, and I really have like long work hours and try to put most of my energy into that. And sometimes I just kind of like to relax a bit more, take it a bit easier on the business side of things and just live a bit more, right? So it really changes, but this is kind of like my work season schedule and how I like to structure it. Hope this video is going to be insightful for some of you guys and maybe give you some ideas. Funny enough, I'm actually recording this video after my last work block, so I'm going overtime for you guys. But anyways, first I start by waking up at around 7 a.m. in the morning. Nothing too crazy. I tried those daily routines when you wake up at 5. I even woke up at 4 for almost a whole year when I was just starting out my creative agency, and I was actually just freelancing at that point, and I was waking up working before school. It was kind of a nightmare looking back, but anyway, so I wake up at 7, nothing too crazy, it works for me. Here is kind of the process I go through in my morning routine. Basically, I wake up, I drink a big glass of water, of course it's sparkling water, and then I get dressed, I eat a protein cookie. I usually like to think about my goals, kind of go over them, and I listen to a short, like 4 or 5 minute podcast, like Daily Mind Medicine is one that I've been listening to a lot by Taylor Welch. I just feel like it really puts me in the right, mind space to go and tackle the day. And I don't know about you guys, but when I wake up, I'm super pessimistic. I'm super unmotivated usually. I don't want to do anything. So listening to someone talk about a certain area of life, and that just really helps me kind of have a more positive outlook on life and actually look forward to doing stuff. And then after that, once I'm dressed and I got my gym stuff with me, which I actually packed the night before, I just go to the garage and hop in my car, right? Then I have gym from 7:45 to like 9:30 a.m. So basically I drive to the gym and I like to blast some hype rap or like R&B music depending on the mood of the day. I do like a pretty short 45-minute-ish workout, and then after that I do a 15 to 20-minute sauna session, and I usually like to meditate during this sauna session. Like I go to a really nice kind of like expensive gym, and the funny thing is basically nobody uses the sauna there, and they have a super nice sauna. If you follow me on Instagram, which you can do at Vince Oprah, I always like to share my thoughts while I'm in the sauna, and basically it's almost always empty. So I like to do a quick meditation there, and then I do a quick cold shower after the sauna. Really refreshing and gets the day going, gives you a shit ton of natural like endorphins and dopamine. And then I drive home. That's basically it. Get home at around like 9:15 or so, and I properly start working at 9:30 a.m. And this is where I have my first work block, and I like to structure my day in different work blocks. So I used to do like 45-minute work blocks, and then I would have like a 10-minute break or 15-minute break. Tried the Pomodoros like session things and all that, and I just found out that it didn't work for me, right? So now what I do is I just have these longer work blocks, and in each work block I try to tackle one main kind of task. It's not super strict that I have to do a certain kind of work in every single work block, but I usually have a way I like to do things. So in work block number 1, from 9:30 to around 11:30 a.m. I like to do some really like mentally or cognitively like difficult or challenging tasks. So for example, for me, that can be planning out content for either this channel or even our students at Clients for Creatives, or building some systems out, whether that be outreach or whether that be like for the team members, reporting, or even, you know, like assets and tools for clients, for creative students. Again, I like to tackle something that's very mentally draining in the morning, first things first, because I know that that's where I can really move the needle forward, and also that's when I still have the most amount of mental clarity in the morning. And then I have a lunch break, like usually takes around 45 minutes. I just like to have something light for lunch. I started eating a lot of like just chicken breasts, some salads, and sweet potatoes. I try to keep the carbs low, although I do have like a protein cookie in the morning because I'm trying to get like enough calories in. I'm trying to bulk up. It's really hard for me to eat enough that I actually gain weight, but that's off the point or off topic. And yeah, after the lunch break, I go into work block number 2, where I usually like to do, again, still some pretty like mentally challenging tasks, because I still have like a good amount of focus left at that point. And at that point, I like to do either some outreach, although we do have some VAs now, and I don't do most of the outreach myself, but I still do some. I like to do stuff like training team members if anything needs to be done, or even just learning new things, right? Or anything along those lines, or even just work on content, record some more content, that sort of stuff. And then after that, I have a quick, like, 45 minute to an hour break, where I really just either like drive somewhere, maybe grab some like juice or something. I don't know. I just like to drive my car in my work breaks. I don't know why. I just really love it. Or just go for a quick walk, that sort of stuff. Just really let my mind rest for a little bit. And then after that, I go into a longer work block. And at that point, 3 p.m., I'm like still okay mentally, but I'm not that sharp where I can really just like create the best content ever, or really just work on like putting together a new Excel sheet and like systems. Like, I'm not there, but I can still do stuff like sales calls or client management, doing coaching calls, consulting, any of that stuff I can still do. So usually from that time, like 3 to 6, 7 p.m., that's when I get my sales calls in. That's when I get my client checking calls in, managing the team, that sort of stuff. And again, this is kind of like, I'm not the kind of person, I tried that in the past and it didn't really work for me. Like, some people just have everything mapped out minute by minute and they can strictly follow that. Like, I'm not really that type of person, but I still like to have a structure for my day, because otherwise I just get completely lost, right? And after that, from like 6:15, 6:30 to 8 p.m., if I have any friends or family, nearby, like I might hang out with them for a bit, have some dinner, that sort of stuff. Just really try to de-stress and decompress. Maybe I watch a little bit of YouTube, that sort of stuff. And then after that, once I get home, I don't always do my 4th work block at that point, because if my brain is just super fried, like I can't really work. But sometimes when I feel like it, which is a good amount of time still, I will still do some light work, like maybe watching a course, or just learning new stuff, reading, or doing some client management, checking in on Slack, making sure everything is running smoothly. Yeah, that's basically kind of how I like to structure my day. So a couple of things that I want to point out from this is, first is the morning routine is pretty clear and planned out, and I like to follow it pretty strictly, because I feel like that helps me to get the day started properly, right? Now, if I don't wake up on time, or I don't get to do my morning routine perfectly, that's not the end of the world either. I don't think it's a good thing if you need to do all like 57 habits in the morning in order for you to be able to get to work. Like, at the end of the day, you should be able, even if you miss something in the morning routine, like you should just skip it for that day and get to work at the certain time that you want to get started working, right? I like to get my gym done in the morning. I don't do super long and heavy workouts, so I don't get too tired from that. I know some people like to do it in the evening so they can spare more energy for the day, but for me, I just found that I'm not gonna go. If I try to go in the evening, I'm just too lazy and tired by that point. So I just like to get it out of my system early. And also it makes me feel like, I already achieved some things by the time I actually get started working. So I feel like it works out for me just fine. Another thing and a quick tip is, in your first work blocks, do the things that are going to move the needle forward in your business. Do your outreach, do your, systems and processes, do hiring, do whatever it is that you really need to do in your business and that you don't want to do, like get started with that first. Other than that, in the afternoon, I would say do your sales calls in the afternoon if you can, do client management in the afternoon if you can, because at the end of the day, what's really going to help you grow your business is going to be getting more sales calls. It's going to be making more offers, iterating your offer, learning new stuff, and just selling more, right? And getting good results for the clients as well. But I hope this kind of was interesting to you guys, I guess. Also I do value sleep still. So I try to get my, 8-9 hours of sleep in, depending on the day. Keep that in mind as well. I don't think it's very sustainable to sleep super low amount of hours every single day, because you will be just tired all the time and get less done than if you were to sleep a bit more, in my opinion. But let me know what you guys thought about this kind of content, whether you found it interesting or not. I hope you did. And if you want to see more content like this, then consider subscribing to the channel. And if you are a person who's freelancer maybe, or a beginner creative agency owner, you're selling services and you want to learn how you can go from being stuck at that under 5k a month figure and you want to scale to 10k plus, then click the link below to schedule a call with me or my business partner Greg personally, and we will see whether we can help you out or not with our Clients for Creatives program, which helps with just that. So hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one.